The College of Cardinals has selected the next leader of the Catholic Church.
The white smoke was spotted coming from the chimney in the Sistine Chapel shortly after noontime Eastern Time. A short time later, Robert Prevost was announced as the next pope. Born in Chicago, he is the first pope from the United States. He has selected the name Leo XIV. Americans who were at Vatican City say they were surprised by the news, but hopeful.
This conclave was already so exciting, but to have an American pope come out of it is just, unfathomable.
America right now has just kind of been a divisive force in a way, and this may be a counterbalance to that.
And we're joined live in studio by Father William Ledoux, pastor at Holy Apostles Church in Cranston. Thank you for coming by, Father.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Kayla.
These were not his name was not the name out there. Sarah, Paroline, and you were surprised when he came out?
I was totally shocked. I never expected that an American would be made Pope, but not him. I think there's other Americans that are more well-known than he is, like Cardinal Dolan. Everyone knows Cardinal Dolan from New York. Famous names like that. But I think in many ways, the Cardinals, when they gathered, they said, this man is the man that's going to be the future for the Catholic Church. And it truly is, I think, really a momentous day for us, a day we'll never forget, that an American would become a Pope.
And the name that a pope selects is significant. Leo XIV, what's the meaning behind
Well,
that?
I think, Leo XIII was a very interesting man. He's probably one of the fourth longest serving popes. He was the one that really and truly made us the blueprint for our social ministry as the Catholic Church. He wrote Rerum Novarum, the encyclical, and to this very day, it's still, by the way, studied and used over and over again. So I think that he chose that name because he says he's going to walk in the footsteps of a Leo. And really and truly, Leo has, he's number 14. It's been a long name in the Catholic Church as far as popes. So it's a good sign for all. I think it also tells us he's going to continue some of what Francis has done. I mean, he's definitely was really modeled by Francis or molded by him, but I think in many ways he wants to take it maybe a little bit of a different direction, which is good.
And he was picked by Pope Francis, too.
Yeah.
He's 69. His last job was in Rome. One of his responsibilities, Father, was picking bishops. We don't know if he picked our future bishop here, but it shows that he has a pastoral feel.
I think so, and I think probably that name of our present new bishop that will be coming very soon to us probably came across his desk one day a few months back, and in many ways maybe he had some of the handiwork as far as picking Bruce Lewandowski to come to Providence, which is wonderful.
And he's viewed as a centrist against some female priests, but some other key social issues he's viewed more as a progressive. What do you think about it?
I think, in many ways we can't jump to conclusions just yet. I think, you got to give him some time. He really hasn't given us a full homily, but I've read some of the things that he's in many ways been interviews he's been in. They're unbelievable. The man really does have a good view of the church. First, by the way, working in so long in Peru, then working in Vatican City in those different agencies. And he's one that's reached out. He understands the idea of people and how they are in their life and the struggles that they have, which I think is a good sign of someone that's going to carry us forward now as we need it more than ever in the church and also the world.
I'm guessing he's going to make a visit to the United States somewhere along the line here. What do you want to see in the next 6 months to a year?
I think we want to see in many ways what his administration is going to be like. How is he going to continue the work of Holy Father Francis? And Francis, you've got to remember, was so loved. I'm amazed since his death. I have seen people over and over again share the stories of what Francis did. And that truly was a hallmark of Francis' ministry. He got down, he got himself dirty, he got himself in with the people, which I think people want to see. Hopefully Pope Leo XIV will be a lot like that, a working pope, a pope in many ways that goes from, into dioceses and visits, brings the good news throughout the entire world. And people, not not Catholics, everyone had an interest in this conclave, which says something.
Well, you can see the crowds there. We're at Vatican City.
I know. We should have gone there, by the way.
We'll talk to my boss maybe the next time. All right. You can count on 12 News for continuing coverage of the election of Pope Leo XIV. Ahead on 12 News at 6. We're hearing from Rhode Island's next bishop about what played out at Vatican City today and how you can learn more about the first ever pope from the United States. It's online right now at WPRI.com.